You use it almost every day. 3 minutes to hot food. Push a button, walk away, dinner's ready. But here's what nobody tells you. The microwave oven this box that's in 90% of American homes was never supposed to exist. Someone's pocket literally melted, and that accident changed how 7 billion people eat. Let's reverse history. But before we unravel this mystery, quick favor, if you're curious like me, hit that like button. It helps more people discover these hidden stories. Right now, in the time it takes you to watch this video, 300 million people will use a microwave. College students, office workers, busy parents. It's invisible technology, boring even. The microwave industry is worth billions. But here's the strange part: most people have no idea what's actually happening inside that box. Electromagnetic radiation. The same basic physics as your Wi-Fi router and cell phone, but concentrated, powerful, making water molecules inside your food vibrate 2.5 billion times per second until friction creates heat. Here's what's weird. A conventional oven heats the air around your food. A microwave heats the food itself. It cooks from the inside out. That's why a Hot Pocket can have a lava-hot center and frozen edges. But why? Why does this technology exist in your kitchen instead of, say, a laboratory? To understand that, we need to go back. What if I told you this kitchen appliance was born from military weapons research? If you told someone you had a microwave oven, they'd think you were rich. Or crazy. These things cost $400, that's $2,300 in today's money, for an oven. That didn't even brown your food. They were massive. 60 pounds. You needed a dedicated circuit. And people were terrified of them. The word radiation scared everyone. Mothers worried it would give their kids cancer. Some people refused to stand near a microwave while it was running. One rumor claimed microwaves could make you sterile just by walking past them. But here's what actually made people nervous. They didn't understand it. You put cold food in a box, no flame, no glowing heating element. 30 seconds later, scalding hot. It felt like magic. And magic makes people suspicious, so adoption was slow. Only 10% of homes had one by 1980, but then something changed. Japanese manufacturers figured out mass production. Prices plummeted. By 1986, a microwave cost $100. By 1990, under $50, and suddenly everyone had one. The technology that seemed like science fiction in 1975 became ordinary by 1990. But here's the question no one was asking. Where did this technology actually come from? Because in 1970, microwaves weren't in kitchens. They were in weapons. World War II. Britain and America have a secret weapon that's turning the tide: radar. Radar uses microwaves, high-frequency electromagnetic waves, to detect enemy planes miles away. Invisible, instantaneous, revolutionary. But the technology is enormous. These radar systems require something called a magnetron, a vacuum tube that generates microwaves. They're powerful, expensive, and incredibly delicate. After the war, defense contractors have thousands of these magnetrons lying around. They're looking for peacetime applications, ways to recoup their investment. One company, Raytheon, starts experimenting. Maybe microwaves could be used for communication, medical treatment, food processing. In 1947, they build the first commercial Radarange. It's 6 feet tall, weighs 750 pounds, costs $5,000. That's $70,000 today. It requires water cooling and its own electrical system. Only restaurants and military ships can afford them. But they work, sort of. They're unreliable. They break constantly. But they prove something important. Microwaves can cook food. For 20 years, Raytheon and others tinker with the technology, making it smaller, cheaper, more reliable, trying to figure out if this military technology has a civilian future. But here's what they never talk about. Here's what the company buries in footnotes. Nobody was trying to invent a microwave oven. It happened because someone's candy bar melted in their pocket. And that takes us back to where this really started. October 1945, Raytheon Laboratory, Massachusetts. An engineer named Percy Spencer is testing a magnetron, the device that powers military radar. He's standing close to the active magnetron. It's generating microwaves. Invisible energy radiating outward. Spencer feels something strange. Something warm in his pocket. He reaches in. The chocolate bar he'd put there that morning. Completely melted. Liquid chocolate coating his fingers. Now here's the thing. Another person might have shrugged this off. Bad chocolate, warm room, body heat. But Percy Spencer was curious. The next day, he brings popcorn kernels to work. He holds them near the magnetron, turns it on. They explode. Pop after pop after pop, flying across the laboratory. Spencer knows he's found something. Day 3, he tries an egg. Places it in a metal kettle, cuts a hole in the side, aims the magnetron at it. He turns on the magnetron, the egg explodes. Hot yolk sprays everywhere, hits his colleague in the face. But Spencer is grinning, because he understands microwaves heat food from the inside. The water molecules in the egg vibrated so violently, so fast, that internal pressure built up faster than the shell could release it. Within months, he files a patent. Within 2 years, Raytheon builds the first Radarange. And here's what makes this story remarkable. Percy Spencer never set out to invent a new way to cook. He was trying to improve radar. The discovery was an accident, a nuisance, melted candy. But he paid attention to the accident. That's the difference. Now here's what nobody tells you about Percy Spencer. He had no formal education. He was orphaned at 18 months old, never finished grammar school. At age 12, he got a job at a factory. At 16, he joined the Navy and taught himself trigonometry, calculus, and physics, all from library books. This man who invented the microwave? He never graduated high school. By the time he retired, Percy Spencer held 300 patents. He became one of the most respected engineers in America, all from paying attention to a melted chocolate bar. The microwave wasn't born from genius. It was born from curiosity about an accident. So let's connect the dots. 1945. Melted chocolate. Percy Spencer's curiosity. 1947. 6-foot-tall Radarange. $5,000, military and industrial only. 1967. Countertop models. Still expensive, still rare. 1975. Home adoption begins. $400, status symbol. 1985. Mass production. Prices crash, becomes ordinary. Today, you grab leftover pizza, put it in a box, push 3 buttons. Don't think twice about it. But that box contains military technology, weapons research, electromagnetic radiation that makes water molecules vibrate billions of times per second. All because one engineer in 1945 didn't ignore a melted candy bar. The microwave wasn't planned. It wasn't designed to make your life easier. It was an accident that someone noticed. And that's the hidden chapter. The greatest inventions aren't always born from brilliance. Sometimes they're born from paying attention to what everyone else ignores. A melted chocolate bar changed how 7 billion people eat. What accidents are you ignoring? If this story blew your mind, smash that like button and subscribe for more reverse histories. Drop a comment telling me which everyday object should I unravel next. The ballpoint pen? Velcro? Post-it notes? You decide the next hidden chapter. See you in the next chapter.